So Paul, we're going to focus in on the outlook for 2013, and I'd like to ask you first of all, can you give me any comments on your outlook for chemical markets in 2013? Say looking at the mature markets, Europe and the US.
Well, I mean, obviously, Will, we can hope that there'll be some rebound in the first quarter, A, because it's seasonally stronger, and B, because there hasn't been much buying and much demand in the fourth quarter, so maybe there's a little bit of demand still to come through, so we can keep our fingers crossed on that.
Right.
But I don't see any underlying surge of demand that's going to really, on a sustained basis, take operating rates very much higher.
How about the emerging regions, Asia, China, Middle East, Africa?
Well, they are so dependent on us at the moment, and if the slowdown continues in the West, as it probably is going to, I mean, there could be a big stimulus package. You know, we could see another rocket to the moon kind of affair for 6 months or something.
Right.
Can't rule that out if things get bad. But if you look at China today, its exports only up, a few percent over last year. Why? Because people in the West haven't got much money, don't need to buy very much.
Yeah. And then just taking a broader look at demographics. How do demographics drive demand for chemicals at the moment?
Well, they are the great challenge and the great opportunity. The great challenge is we have this new generation around today, the over 55s, for the first time in history. If you go back 200 years, life expectancy was only 40. Today in the Western world it's double that, and it's near that in the emerging world. So we've suddenly got all these new older people. The corollary is, if you have lots of older people, they don't buy very much, because they've got most of it, and they're coming up to pension age, so they haven't got very much money.
Yeah.
So we've got to be cleverer. So that's the challenge. The opportunity is, could we please stop expecting to sell everything to lots of young people who don't exist? Could we focus on the 30% of the Western population, nearly 300 million people, who would like to buy something if it was affordable and if somebody bothered to make it? And we need to kick our manufacturing companies to stop focusing on the youth market and to start waking up to where the growth is.
Okay, well, just focusing in on that, if you're an innovative chemical company, how can you best capture this new opportunity?
Interesting. I think that what you start to do is you say, let's actually abandon the preoccupation that has served us so well for the last 20 years of everything is going to be a multiple of GDP. Instead, let's get down and look at the demographics. Where are the people? Where is the money? And what are their needs? Their needs, I think, are actually very simple. Their food, their water, their shelter, health and hygiene, and transport. And they would like some affordable products in all of those areas.
Yeah.
Now, is it difficult to come up with some things for those markets? I don't think so, really. And that's that. If I was still running a business today, that is what I would get my management team to look at. And frankly, I would be very confident of great success, because these are trends that are going to last for 20 years.
Thanks very much, Paul.
Thank you, Will.